So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome along for some more PSGL FP action on a wonderful Tuesday evening. Today, as you can see, it's round 2. As shown in the title, we are here for the Chinese Grand Prix. Hopefully, it is a good race. We did have quite a, let's say, a bit of a dull race last week after a big crash on the opening lap. 12 cars were involved, with a lot of front wing damage, a lot of cars out. It really did make quite a dull Grand Prix, so hopefully we don't have that today, and see if we can have a bit more of an interesting one. Just you little, yes it is tonight, Fish, just me for FP. I do believe we'll be starting any minute now, so I will just run you through a few track details for today's race. So it is a 28 lap race. It usually is 56 in real life, but for this league and many leagues out there, it is 50% league, so it is 28 laps for this week. It is a circuit length of 5.451 kilometers. The race distance 305.066 kilometers, with the lap record being a 132.238 from Michael Schumacher. That most probably was beaten this year, but what I have here, it was set in 2004 by Michael Schumacher. We do have 3 compounds with the C2 hard tyres, the C3 mediums, and the C4 softs. The white striped are hard, mediums are the yellow striped, and the red striped are the soft compound tyres. The closest number to C1 is the hardest tyre, and the closest number to C5 is the softer tyre. So C4 is the soft tyre, C3 medium, C2 hard. Pretty easy to remember that, but we'll just go off the hard, medium, soft compound tyres. Do you want some help? What, JP, are you offering to join for comms, or what? But I've got 19 people in, and last week I do believe it was Tom AJ91 who did sneak a race victory. So this week he will be in the Alfa Romeo. I will just message the chat now. Alright. So yeah, JP, I will invite you to here now, so you can join me on the comms. So I do have one of my former commentators joining me, as JP will be here. So just letting AMS know I will invite you to the party. So yeah, let me just get you in now. Jamie, the reason why you commercially can't hear JP is was the fact he's not actually in the party, and that might be the reason why. But just running through the teams, we have Juho for the Blue Jean running in the Mercedes. In the Scuderia Ferrari, we have S. Boomer and Sutty. In the Red Bull, we've got Viking Steven and Warren Haig F1. The Renault, we've got Flying Froman AMS. The Haas, we've got Jamie 2905 and Dino. The McLaren, we've got Lordy MK and Reme. The Racing Point, we've got F1 Sophie and Joe Lianu Manu. In the Alfa Romeo, we've got CC Brain and Tom AJ91. In the Toro Rosso, we've got Oogie Azim and Cliffy 7765. And rounding out the grid, we've got Ash Best and Jake Tex once again, both in the Rocket Williams racing car. So I do believe, JP, if you can get in quick, we've got 23 seconds in before we load into lobby. Alright, yep, click spectator. Alright, nice. Right, is your voice gonna have to be shared?
It is now.
Right, so welcome JP. What excited to bring you here on a Tuesday night for some FP action?
I don't know. Just thought I'd come and join the show and see what was up. Very interesting race last week. Um, but it should be a very different race this week. Very different track. But it is a mixed up grid in FP, so you should still see some exciting racing. So yeah, looking forward to it. And obviously the weather may play as part in tonight's proceedings.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'm just going to clear up something for anyone who is new to the PSGL channel. The Formula Performance League, or FP as it is known as, is a realistic car league. So you see drivers from the leagues from F1 to F7 all participate. And the drivers that are usually in the top leagues like F1, F2, they're usually in the slower cars such as Williams, Toro Rosso, Alfa Romeo. And the drivers from like F6 to F7, F5, they're usually around the top cars such as Mercedes, Ferrari, and Red Bull. So long time since we commentated together. When was the last time you actually commentated together?
Well, to be fair, I did do the first race of that Challenge Cup thing, didn't I?
Oh yeah, you did. I thought it was what was it, Spain?
Bahrain, I believe.
Oh yeah, Bahrain, where we had a Bugatti domination, but he's not on the grid sadly
Um,
tonight.
no, obviously I'd love to be out there racing, but instead I'm sat next to a little egg in the coin box. But it's all right. I feel good. I can see Ash Best coming out on track on the soft tyres, so maybe it's just maybe not trying to go for a competitive lap, maybe just trying to see what the track is like. Because I wouldn't want to start the soft tyres personally, but who knows? I'm not really one to judge, to be honest, but see what happens.
Yeah, definitely. Well, do you remember they are in the slowest car, so maybe the Williams pair or Ash and Jay could maybe afford to run the soft tyres, maybe get 11th and 12th on the grid. What I remember from last week, they did qualify 9th and 10th, in fact, but if I remember correctly, well, they were 9th and 10th at one stage, and then I don't know what happened from there, but might be a risk worth taking for Ash. We might actually see rain, maybe, while they're on the soft, so I just don't know, really.
Yeah, obviously we don't know the weather, and hopefully it stays that way. So yeah, it should. I think depending on what car you have, it's going to be a mix of strategies. To be honest, but yeah,
Ash
it should be. Yeah, Ash Best is going to be the first one to set a competitive lap.
seemed to turn one. He
What I
looks
found.
committed.
Sorry.
What was you gonna say?
No, I was just going to say what it was a bit weird last week is all the drivers, or most of the drivers, racing equal car leagues, and and most of them did pretty well in their equal car leagues and successfully negotiating turns 11 and 12. But when it came to FP, I also know they had that big crash at the start, but even after that, people just seemed to not be able to take that corner for some reason. Very strange, but yeah, like I said, they're getting a very different track tonight, so they shouldn't have too many problems unless the rain comes. But I don't think it's a very difficult track really, but it's a bit tyre wear is not a massive problem, so it's just going to be, yeah, it just should be a good race.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just been watching Ash's lap. It's been a bit of a tough one. As you see there, he almost loses the rear, and that might be due to the fact that Williams has no grip, or those rear tyres could be overheating. Overheating is quite a big factor around it. If you run your tyre pressure too much up, you're going to be getting overheating problems. Did you suffer with any like temperature problems during your race, or was you fine?
No, I didn't really. Tyre wear was a bit of an issue towards the end of my Ash bailed from my lap. No, not really tyre temps. Tyre temps, not really massive. It's not as bad as it used to be, as it was in the last game. I still have some issues, but no, personally, I didn't have any issues with tyre temps.
Fair enough. Well, we have Warren Hay currently in the Red Bull going faster than a 134.4. What's Tom AJ going to do? Tom AJ backs off and sets a 133.8 in the Alfa Romeo. Now that might be a quick time to maybe try and beat. So could be a difficult situation for him. He might have set too quick for time to maybe drop out of the top 10. Another PSGL division I was commentating on Sunday with for F4, Roscoe Dodger. He set a lap time earlier on in the session but backed off and it wasn't good enough to drop him out of the top 10 unfortunately, so it could be a bit of a problem for Tom.
Uguzine goes P1 provisionally, but he's going to need to have a brilliant qualifying tonight because he's got a hefty penalty from last week, so yeah, he's going to need a miracle maybe to score some points tonight, I think.
Well, if you get off to a good start and manage to get away through from the field, then I don't see why he can't score a decent point. I just wanted to see, what was it? Was it a 20-second time penalty for
I think
Ugi?
it was 20 seconds, yeah, but that Toro Rosso, not the car you want to be in personally, but you never know what happens. It could be one of those races where people just run into each other, and he's one of those drivers who can capitalise on that, and hopefully he gets a better start than he did last week.
Yeah, definitely. Well, interestingly, got Blue Jean in second place on the hard tyres, only 7 tenths slower than Ugi, when the delta between those two tyres should be massive, so that's a decent effort from Blue Jean to be 7 tenths clear of any of his competitors on the same compound as him, so he's looking quite strong after that first one. Who's on a run at the moment? F1 Sophie can set the split in the racing point. This car is going to be quite a boat through the corners, but then on the straights and expected to be one of the fastest, so where she could gain all of her time. But see a little bit of understeer trying to get through that corner. It doesn't look the best, to be honest, driving that racing point. I don't really have to go through the struggles of driving that last season, but see what she can do. See, hitting that 211 miles an hour down the straight is quite quick compared to some other cars. Oh!
That's a hefty crash.
Spot on to the barriers. That was not the greatest.
Get away the wheels, maybe. Those ones out of lap anyway.
Ash Best on the softs, interestingly again. Who else could possibly be on one? We'll round boy with Ash again. See how he navigates through the snail section. This part is painfully slow. It feels like forever to just get the traction down and floor it. It's just quite hard. It's not one of my ideal tracks, you want me to be honest. I wish it could be off the PSGL calendar, but it's done for me now. What was your expectations coming into this race?
What, in F6 or this one?
Yeah, for F6. What was you hoping for?
To be honest, I think it's when you're a driver low end of the grid, points is going to be hard to come by, but in the first two races I've scored points, and actually I've already mentioned I built my result on Saturday night, went a little bit unnoticed. I was nearly into the barrier at turn 1, and I was second to last, and yeah, came back from P9, so yeah, I was quite proud of that. So yeah, but so I think we had much expectations, but yeah, just really happy with the results, and actually that was my 5th race in a row where I've scored points, so that shocked me as much as anyone.
Yeah, sometimes all you need to really do is get a bit of confidence. You can go on a bit of a run. Really coming into this race, I weren't really expecting too much, but it's always going to be a struggle. As Ash just coming to the pit, see if he'll do a Lewis Hamilton. No, he won't.
Yeah, it's still not set a competitive lap yet, so I don't know. Just maybe he's testing the limits of the track, maybe.
Yeah,
I think he would set his competitive lap on the mediums, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, I'm on board with his teammate Jacotex coming through the final corner on the hard compound tyres. He goes P4. That's a great effort from him in the Williams. Wow.
I think we should give some attention to Juho Feng.
Was it?
or Duo Spain, as he's been called many times this season.
Hmm.
Probably one of my biggest rivals in PSGL, to be honest, both in the Equal Car Leagues with F6 or F5 as it was known, and in FP. Didn't race last week, but he's kept his seat. I didn't, and it's. But we've seen Duo struggle so far in the F6 this season. He's had two terrible results, and every time he seems to go on board them, he seems to be in a wall or spinning around. So he's one of those drivers who prides himself on being like a low assist user, but it's not really helping too much on this game so far. But I think I'll speak to everyone in PSGL. We really do hope he has a good result tonight in that Mercedes. People might think that any driver who's in a Mercedes should be scoring points, but when you're up against F1 and F2 drivers, it's not as easy as it looks. And but as I say, I think we're all hoping that Gio gets a really good result tonight.
Yeah, as you said, there's a lot of quick people on this grid, so even if you, as you said, even if you are like F6, F7, don't always expect drivers to do as well as they could, because sometimes they can face heavy criticism for it and really don't deserve it when up against such a quick grid as this, to be honest. I know if I was like Juho's pace, for example, as he almost does a Hamlin into the pits, and was in the Mercedes or struggled, it'd be right confident. It wouldn't boost my confidence at all. It'd knock it down quite a bit. So just gotta remember, not just because you have the Mercedes doesn't mean you're gonna be scoring points every week. Because Ugi goes even faster on a 132.656. See who else is on that lap.
Dino or Dano, I don't know what he's like to be called, but he's about to start a lap. I mean, they called Giulio Manuel Mr. Tuesday night, but this guy here, I reckon he should be Mr. Tuesday night. Only competes in the FP League. So, and every time I race with Dano, when I first started racing with him, he was around about my sort of pace, and he hasn't moved that over the years, but he just seems to be getting better and better. And it's a shame he doesn't race in the Equal Car Leagues for whatever reason, because it would be interesting to see what he can do, but it seems to be pulling some good results out of the bag in the last couple of seasons.
Yeah, I think he just finished the lap actually.
Oh, he did actually, yeah, he did, sorry, yeah, he's gone P12, so, I mean, if he stays there, I mean, there's still 5 minutes left in the session, and that won't be such a bad place to start from.
Yeah, I'm just on board with Boomer and the Ferrari. Opened the DRS on a long straight. Now this Ferrari is one of the fastest cars in real life. It's not the fastest as you can see on this game with F1 Sophie going faster. So on the straights, that is. So let's see what Boomer can do. Currently P9 behind the Williams. So Jake, it's a really impressive time from Jake still to be that pace. But see, Boomer goes to 5th at a 33.7. Not bad from him. Beating this Mercedes rival.
Yeah, so you've got quite a mix of tyre strategies there. Uber's in on hard and soft tyres, and you've got next 2 on the mediums, and you've got the next 3 drivers after that on the hard. So yeah, a mix of tyre strategies, but as I say, it's still half a session, well less than half a session, but still 5 minutes left to go, and people who have also got time to change their minds.
Yeah, I'm just on board with Jamie in the Haas at the moment, coming through the fast left right hand and then into the right. Oh my god, through the fast left and into the right. That corner there is very easy to oversteer off. I've definitely had a few setup tweaks to try not oversteer off through this. Once those corners, it can catch you out if you take the wrong line. Jamie's currently 1.4 up on his lap, so that would put him currently on a 133.6, which would put him on the second row of the grid. But he understeers massively there, so has he managed to cut the tyres or something? It'd be interesting. Jamie's been another driver around at the PSGL site for quite a while now, and he's improved quite a lot over the years for him. See, What's your opinions on Jamie? You raced him, obviously.
Yeah, he's been a bit of an F6 legend now. He's been in that league now for a few seasons. Came in FP last season, didn't really set the world on fire, but yeah, he should. He's doing well. He's one of the drivers who compete for podium in F6 now. So yeah, he's improving all the time. But one person I do want to talk about, and I forgot about Dre, is he's just starting his quick lap on the hard tyres. So McLaren's not a bad car to be driving this year. So that's probably the fourth best car maybe on the. I don't know what it is in real life. I don't know what it is like on the game, but definitely a more competitive car this year. So Dre should probably find himself running about the same sort of area as Lordy is now in a minute. But also saying that Lordy is on the soft tyres and Dre's on the hard, so maybe Dre be 13th, 14th sort of place. I don't know.
Yeah, trying to point out that Lordy did set the time on hard, but currently fitted is the soft tyres. So
yeah, okay.
yeah,
Cool.
so really Dre should be around the 5th row of the grid with Lordy. 53.7 middle set. He could be a little bit ahead of Lordy due to the track rubbering in, but he does run a little wider. If you go onto that outside curve, it does really push your car off, and really you can't ruin your whole run for this massive straight, which could lose you a heap of time. We saw Sophie at 2.13 down the straight. Boomer hit 2.11. What's Dre hitting? Not even getting above 2.06. So really, it shows that engine speed difference between the McLaren, or the Renault, sorry, and the Ferrari and Mercedes engines. See what can Dre do. Ooh, track
Oh, it's
limit.
got a little wide. That might be invalidated. Oh no, you go. Oh, P11. Wow. So I was right. He's on the same sort of place as Lordy. I've noticed by us, Ash Pressure's actually coming lap now. News I believe, and P14. So it drops down in time now, and we're getting towards the end of the session now. Oh, Drake. Oh dear.
What's happened?
Dre Span and a Haas. I think
Dino.
Haas, was it Dino? Yeah, drove into him. And yeah, so I don't think they're going to be taking any further part in the session, unfortunately, for those two.
Yeah,
really unfortunate. Dre just lost the back end, and Dano had nowhere to go.
Yeah, one driver I want to go on board with is CC Brain. He has got a Toro Rosso ahead of him weaving, so I wonder if that's Oogie or Cliffy. It's Oogie. See, CC Brain on the mediums, and the Alfa Romeo should really be up to about P5, but he does go very deep into the hairpin, so it might compromise his run, might ruin his lap a little. Sophie's 4th on the hard, so Sophie retires. This very mixed strategies here in China so far. Brain up the line, goes P7.
7, not bad, not bad.
Who else is on a lap?
Boomer retires.
Cliffy.
Retires.
Oh, Cliffy's off.
Oh yeah.
Starting last again. Juho's off as well.
China.
Juho's off as well. Well, I'm just
So it doesn't look like they're going to set competitive time. Can we get ground in time to set another lap? Ooh, it's basically 2. I can't see who he's on track. Oh my god, he's 9 then in a minute.
Remember, there is a timing screen glitch, so Cliffy could still be having enough time to set a lap. I don't know what it is on their screen, but
Oh yeah, that's true.
there could be about another 45-50 seconds in it.
Yeah, so that some people have already retired though, so I don't know. AMS retired. A bit controversial in his car choice, because yeah, he was in the Renault.
See, Ashbest through the middle sector now. Spike and Steven. Pole by half second. Haig second. Red Bull 1-2. Ash 7/10 up.
Good.
Could Ash sneak a top 10 possibly? Well, currently he was 7/10 up, so that put him around his teammate Jacotex, but with the more grip coming out that final sector now, and with Mercedes engine, of course, this could possibly push him up to the top 10, which would be a really good effort from Ash, seeing this is one of the tracks he does struggle around, so he definitely could take it into the hairpin. It looks spot on, hitting that inside apex very nicely. into the final corner. He comes for the final time. In crucial not to get invalid. Where can Ash go? He goes 10th. Good effort from Ash.
I don't think anyone who's on a couple of lap behind them. Maybe Joel, maybe? Joel who's a P15.
Jaketex.
That's
Wow. Wow, that's brilliant from him. Tom AJ. Is he on one? No, he's not on one. So I think that's our quali grid sorted for today's race.
We've just seen in the stream chat that it's Viking Steven got his first ever pole, so congratulations to him on that.
Good effort from him. Very good that to beat 2/10 clear of his teammate from out of nowhere, some people could argue. It's going to be quite a good fight between Steven and Haig. Oogie will be good for the race, but he really has to get past him at the start because he's got that 20-second time penalty, as we did mention earlier, so he just needs to go as quick as he can. But are the softs the smartest strategy to be doing here though, if you want to be going as fast as you can?
I mean, I did start in the softs, but I only did that accidentally. I didn't expect to qualify in the top 10 to be honest, but I wouldn't start in the softs myself. I'd do mediums to hards. I think it gives you more of a leeway if it was to range in the race. And with safety cars, if they ever gets a safety car in this race. But yeah, I mean, I think they can only do 6 laps. Well, before they go off, really. I mean, you wouldn't want to do any more than that, but we'll see.
Alright, well, on the grid we do have Viking Steven on pole with Warren Hagen second, Ugizim third with Flying Throne fourth, all in the top 4 on the soft tyres. Then 5th and 6th we've got AMS or Jake Tex and AMS on the mediums. 7th we've got F1 Sophie on the hards, 8th Boomer on the hards, 9th Blue Jean on the hards, and then rounding out the top 10 we do have CC Brain on the mediums. In 11th we've got Ash Best, 12th Tom AJ, 13th Stutty, 14th and 13th was Jamie, 14th was Stutty. I didn't really see the rest of the grid on stream. Sophie, Blue Jean and Boomer ones to watch this race, I think. Yeah, definitely. They are on the harder compound, or the hardest compound, and go long.
I think everyone is one to watch this race. I think you give everyone attention.
Yeah, I felt. Who do you think will be your top 3?
Oh God, a great question that is. God, I'd say Frame's in a good position. He's a very good driver and starting from P4. Warren Haig maybe, and I'm going to go Jagotex. I'm going to go Frome, Haig and Jagotex.
Okay, I feel like my top 3 is going to be Sophie for a shock victory. Second is Jake Tex. I reckon Viking Steven will clutch up a P3.
Quite interesting. Started P20. He was 11th at one point
yeah, remember he got the 5th place penalty. He got the 5th place penalty with the collision with Dino, didn't he?
Oh, did he? I didn't see that. Wow.
Yeah, so it didn't really make any difference tyre compound wise, but position wise he loses out to Lordy, Dino, Cliffy and Juho, which is quite sad for him. My standout form for qualifying has to either go to Steven or Jaketex, to be honest, or even Sophie.
Yeah,
really good effort from all of them. My biggest disappointment has to go to Cliffy. P18 on the hard tyres.
So F7 guys, P8 and P9, so that's a decent result of mine.
We got Bugatti in chat saying, hoping for an Oogie, Cliffy, Ash, J, Tom or CC race ban. He desperately wants a seat on this grid. There's 4 Alfie Queen. Her reserve for 4 seasons.
Yeah, well, we can all have our opinions on that. I'll keep my to myself, but yeah, it's a shame not to see him here tonight. Another bit of Alfioli on the grid. I'm sure he'll get his opportunity at one point.
Yeah, well, I feel like he brings a bit of action to the race. You saw from F1 last night him putting up a stellar performance pretty much for most of it, putting up a great fight against the guys such as Onyx and Blizzard. So, props to him. I wouldn't like to see Bugatti on this grid.
Yeah.
Do you mind watching the back of the grid for the start of the race?
Absolutely.
Alright, I've got a feeling that there might be a little roadblock through turn 1, and I really hope there isn't, because last week it was terrible when we had a roadblock. So, alright, so we're waiting for the lights to come on here for FP round 2 in Shanghai. The lights are on. It's 2, 3, 4 and 5. Are we going? What's going on?
I've only got 2 lights.
We're away for the Chinese Grand Prix. And it looks like a good start from Viking Steven, but his teammate Warren Haig is there. Will he go down the inside? A little bit of lag, and Viking Steven comfortably in the lead coming through turn 1. Looks quite good for me. Any collisions down the back that need to be aware of?
No, I've seen no greens or carbon fibre flying up anywhere. It looks like a very clean start. They obviously learnt their lesson from last week, so yeah, they're all negotiated. Turns 1 and 2 successfully there.
Oh, Jake takes down the inside. Oh, he spun Uki Azim. Jake takes going for an audacious move, and that promotes AMS up to P3. And oh no, Viking Steelers lagged out. Oh.
Well, he said he was nervous in the chat. No wonder.
Oh, you've got to feel bad.
Pass. Jamie's trying to go in the ambitious move there. Thinks better of it.
He goes around the outside of Sophie.
Outside, yeah, he's gone up to P8.
Boomer and Jake take side by side. No one's, the whole grid within a close proximity still, so gladly no one's spun out. But the hassle of Jamie round the outside of Boomer, if he can hold that, that'd be impressive. You've got yellows in sector 3. It's Jolie and Manu. It's got Sap and Tammy spun around, and 2 races in a row. In the racing point, he's been caught out. Oh, there's another collision. CC Brain off. And I think that was Sussy as well.
CC Brain's at 9, I don't know what's happened to him. Joe Finn's made up a couple of places, good to see. Boom's got husband.
Cliffy ran the outside of Lordy for P13. Good move from Cliffy. But I want to focus on Jake Tex, who is a 10th behind the old man of PSGL flying through. He's going to go to the outside for turn 1. Be really good move with that Williams. But he goes for a switchback. And there's a little bit of contact once again. He had contact with Oogie, and now he's had contact with Frome. And Frome runs him off. Let's go from go.
Yeah, I was going to say J-Tex is one of the most aggressive drivers I've ever come across in whole PSGL, and showing signs of that aggression early on in this race. But he's currently in P6, looking to get past Frome, and he's got the pass and Jamie right behind him as well.
But Viking Stevens' car unfortunately in the way, and Steven and this unfortunately there won't be a restart. Jamie goes down the inside. Oh, he spins Jake Tex. Now that was, if want me to be honest, quite stupid. Naivety, a lot of it. Sticking his car where it shouldn't be. And Jake Tex is God, that's
naive.
That don't deserve a seat in my opinion. That don't deserve a seat.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. AMS is having away with P2. He got a good start. I don't know who's done that, but that's a good start from him. He's taken Frome. Ugazine is currently in P3, so he's had a little good start. Really, so doing well considering his penalty that he's got. I'm just on board with Luigi and Cliffy and Lordy and Tom AJ and Cliffy down the inside of Blue Jean through turn 1, and can Lordy sneak through as well? Is Blue Jean struggling with some sort of damage, because he had a good qualifying? I think he's missing part of his front right end plate. Is Blue Jean? If you go on board with the broadcast, you can see front wing damage. Cliffy started at P18, so he's made up a lot of positions there. Broadcast, and who are you looking for? Blue Jean. I can't quite tell.
Yeah, another person who's had a good start is Drebe, up 7 positions, and Lordy 5 positions. Drebe's going to go around the outside, can he? No, he can't. He won't stick his nose there. This is a really good battles. Sutty gets past Stevens' lagged out car.
Yeah, so on that three, biggest Jamie's been up 8 places, Clifford's been up 8 places, and Dre's been up 7 places. So they've all had good starts. Those three.
Yeah, I'm just on board with Dre and Blue G with all that understeer, but surely Dre won't be able to get past the Mercedes versus Renault engine. Does Blue G have DRS? He does. Dre has to tuck into the slipstream. He has any chance of possibly going down the inside. Give me a good camera angle game. That's what I wanted to get a broadcast one.
Yeah, he's going for it, and he's mid-step. He goes up to P12.
Yeah, good move. What about Ash Best in the Williams?
Oh no, he's been spun.
Blue Jean, by who?
Like, no, Dre's been spun. I didn't quite see. I was on TV pod, unfortunately. I didn't see who hit him. I'm assuming it was Blue Jean because he just passed him.
Yeah,
but
Blue Jean comes into the pit, so it might have hit him and misjudged it, but Ash round the outside of Boomer. That's a great move from Ash. What a move in the Williams up to P6. How unlikely would that be in real life to see that in P6?
Yeah, brilliant. Always want to see the Williams driver back at the top, but struggling at the minute. But Ash Best showing what they can do in the Williams, and he's all the way to the back of flying Throne. But Throne is going to start to feel the effects now of those soft tyres because they're about halfway through his tyre life at the minute, but he's holding on for dear life. So Adam in about a final time.
Could Ash be someone that's a shock race winner here? Look, he's on the. Let me just get tyres up real quick. We've got. Oh, I think AMS or Ash will be up there. To be honest, I feel like Jamie's gonna get penalised for Jake Tex.
I think AMS is in the best position at the minute.
Oh, they're 3 wide. Boomer gets past them both. Can Ash go down the inside? Late on the brakes. He can't get past Boomer. But Boomer with that great straight line speed to manage to get past not one but 2 cars. What's happened to Throne? Ah, he's pit. Oh. He's still side by side.
He goes on the hards, he's going to do a lot of laps on his hard cars. I did 22 laps, so can do a lot of laps. But yeah, he's going to find it tough towards the end of the race.
Yeah,
but Ash Best now start to pull away from Boomer now, so he's trying to catch up to Jamie just in front of him. But Boomer not letting him go.
Cliffy all over the back of Tom AJ at the moment. Yeah, tyres one I want to have. Yeah, good start from Cliffy, gaining 9 positions from P18 with good mate Lordy just behind him, P10. Really, could Cliffy size up and move on Tom after a disastrous quality, really a disastrous start of the season for Cliffy after DNFing in Australia, starting last in Australia, starting pretty much plumb last here. It's not been a great start for him.
Well, some of his best results have come back. Some of his best results have come from the back of the grid. So you never know what he can pull off tonight, and he chases down that Alpha and A of Tom AJ. He's starting to pull away from the Lord ever so slightly. He's going to go for a move on the inside, but thinks better of it and decides to tuck him back into the slipstream of Alpha and A.
Ron Haig hits from P2 on those pretty much dead soft compound tyres now, and Ash with the fastest lap. He's on a charge, wow. Ash, don't count him out.
No, definitely not. He's got a bit of a deficit to AMS, I'd say, but he can soon be caught up. But still, early stages in the race. And as I said a minute ago, he's hounding the back of that Ash now. So Ash's definitely on the charge. Can he make a move here? No, he thinks he wants to go for a move at this time. Maybe looking towards the DRS zone down the main straight. Oh no, he's going down the inside.
Going to turn to the outside. Can he drive the long way round? No, he can't.
No, Jamie positioned his car well there, so he's well enough to actually real dear life, but Ash had a bit of a scrubby moment there coming out of that corner. We've lost a little bit of traction, but this is where the DRS comes into full effect. He's right behind his gearbox now, and yeah, Jamie's going to be sitting duck in my opinion. Jamie pulling to the left-hand side. Ash going round on the outside. James making it very difficult for him. Go for the switch back. No, Jamie's defending that so far. But I think Ash is going to get this move done now. Oh, Jamie push slightly wide.
Watch Boomer, watch Boomer.
It's a drag race. Oh, yeah.
Boomer. Oh, Boomer down the inside, not one. Oh, it's going to be close. How's Boomer managed to get down? Can he get past both of them? Oh, this would be good from. This would be great from Boomer. F7 versus F1. Ash holds on.
Well,
Jamie loses 2 positions. It's unfortunate for him.
Yeah. Yeah, great driving from Ash. Yeah, Ash returned to form in the F1 2019 game, as I say, after having a abysmal time on the 2018 game. But yeah, it looks like he's almost back to his best. Yeah,
he did say he was pretty much a beast on the F1 2017 game. Had a very rough time in the 2018, and it's good to see such a quick drive back.
There's a bit of a train there to say. Ash Best all the way down to Lauder in P9, so it's going to be a bit of a DRS train going down that main straight all the time. Yeah, we're all on the medium or the hard compound tyres, so I mean, hard's doing very well to stick with the mediums at the minute. And Lauder looking for a move down on Tom.
Boomer's got past Ash.
They're on the outside.
Come to Lordy. Tom holds on.
Yeah, unfortunately that Williams is going to sit duck for got Fry behind you, so Ash needs to try and fake back DRS detection before he gets to the main straight. So that's easier said than done though. As Ubiazine is paired and then gone for our medium compounds.
Could there be rain?
Well, that's what maybe is. Yeah, what did Friend go on?
Froman,
so
for me it says Froman Ugi on hards and Warren Hayes on medium, so either there's rain or Hayes on a 2-stop.
Oh, Ugi's using the hards, yeah, it's just a visual glitch. Yeah, even the hard though. Yeah, this one's going to be a dry race.
Who knows, it could start raining as quick as a click of my finger here in China. Who knows? Boomer is still there on Ash Best. It's crucial for Ash to really break the gap.
Ash has got past him, but yeah, he's yeah, Boomer's still there.
Expect Boomer to just fly back past this Williams on the straight.
Jamie losing touch ever so slightly. He should still have DRS though. Oh, I'm not sure how Ash can defend this. He's not even moving to the right hand side of the track, so Ash decided not to fight that as hard as he could. I don't know what Ash's strategy here is. Maybe he's just trying to save his tyres, who knows. It all seems to be status quo. It wasn't many aim takes doing that drag race there. Tom could get past the order though.
Well, Ash is coming back, coming into turn 1. Round the outside, can he get it done? No, he goes for a switchback. Wow, he absolutely mugs Boomer off if he can hold this. See Boomer in the left wing mirror and he's through. That's a great move from Ash Best. And yeah, as Prague said in the chat, all these guys battling should allowing AMS to get away. AMS getting pretty much an easy victory at the moment.
Duo Finn currently in P10, yet to make a stop.
It's good to see. Go to Warren Hague. In fact, Warren Hague and Dino to the outside goes Dino, and Hague is past, I do believe. It's a little 4-car train. There's a lot of trains here in China, so not one of the tracks I'd be expecting to see this at. So it's good effort from these drivers to provide some sort of good close action. Hague down the inside. saw it similar between Jaketex and Jamie, and that came off with Jaketex losing their position. And you can see Warren Haig starting to get a bit too eager
Oh my
now.
God, Dre on the outside of Dino. Sorry, I was watching Dino to see what Hagen and Gio were getting on, and Dre just came right around the outside of him. Dre gone to P12.
I'm gonna have to go back to the battle at the front between Boomer and Ash. Actually, no, I won't. I'll go back to that one. Warren Haig to the outside of Juho Finn. Juho putting up a good defence here. He doesn't want to lose his 1 point, his first point of the PSGL season. If he can hold on to this, and Haig is through. But Juho will try to come back, but I feel like he hasn't got a good enough run to allow him to come back at Warren Haig.
Boom and Ash Bear still fighting out over second place.
Finding good action.
Yeah, so I was just going to say Ash really needs to try and break that DRS detection zone, but easier said than done. And Jamie is still there, with Sophie and Cliffy. Tom lost a bit touch with top 6 now, and still got Lord of the company. So yeah, there's still gaps beginning to form. There's still a little bit of training second to second though.
Yeah, well, interestingly, Ash Best has started to catch JMS. Look, last time I looked, it was about 5.1 seconds gap. Now it's 4.3. Could Ash form a charge for this race? I want to go to Boomer. Who does he stand any chance really coming at Ash? Because Ash didn't overtake ERS mode.
I think the gap is bigger than it ever has been. 7/10 is a bit of a gap really. It had to be a bit of a dive bomb. Melbourne-esque dive bomb from F6, but no, it doesn't do it all, but it gets very close to the gearbox. So.
Cliffy past Sophie, who had the outside nice and easy for him is Dre.
Great pace from Cliffy there, to overtake the racing point, considering the straight line speed. Pick up into P5.
But interesting, I'm watching Lordy, he's getting ever closer to the back of that Alfa Romeo's rear wing of last week's race winner Tom AJ. And really, Lordy's going to start getting agitated behind the back. And he goes for a gap that really isn't there. Ooh.
Yeah, there's a few love taps, but nothing untoward. So yeah, it's all good.
So I feel like I need to. I watch Cliffy now because he's on all over the back of Jamie on what are going to be dire medium tyres. Last night I think I took my tyres 15 laps and they were literally dead at the end of the stint.
Yeah, it is that Jamie, boy, he's just starting to lose the DRS detection. We've just got back into it now, so.
Oh, Joel's AI.
No, James is falling out of DRS range of Boomer, so he's got no defence on Cliffy. Cliffy goes for a move. But it will be the Haas versus the Toro Rosso, Ferrari versus Honda, I believe. Maybe a bit too far back though, I think, to make a move at this stage.
Let's see his game.
Boomer's going to win outside Ash. Boomer's going to second place. Can Ash defend? Ash can't go inside, but Boomer's covering off. So yeah, Boomer going to second P2 again.
And once again, that gap of AMS Pits, that gap was cut into. It was 3.5. And now
Ash best bits.
Ash. He's on the mediums, isn't he?
Yeah. Quite early pit stops, but AMS pit as well. So early pit stops.
Be interested to see what these hards can do.
Boomer potentially lead the race. Cliffy's had a. Jamie pit as well. They come out at 12, 13, 14 respectively.
Just Charles left.
Thrown there, but seemingly pitted earlier than those guys. The undercut really hasn't worked out for him. It's still pretty good thing.
Yeah, well, interestingly, on that last lap, Joel Manu's AI card to get in the way of Jamie and Cliffy through this section. We're on board with Lordy now. So it wasn't a ghosting either. It was like one of those AI cards that was like fully solid, couldn't go through or anything. So had to be careful not to get any front wing damage. But Lordy surely has to get past Tom AJ now. He's been stuck behind him for way too long. If I was Lordy, I'd lunge one down the inside, force him into a mistake.
Well, you'd say the McLaren and Alfa Romeo, they evenly matched in terms of straight line speed. So, yeah, Lordy looking for a move, but yeah, too far back. I think Tom had DRS from F1 safety as well, so that might have helped him.
Sutty's lagged out. Oh, P6. Terrible luck for him. Don't think this two stop's gonna work for Warren Hay, if you want me to be honest. So about 8 laps those mediums are quicker than the hards. Then after that the mediums just die compared to them, so
yeah, it didn't seem to be many clouds in the skies, so I'm not sure you can help from the weather, so yeah, I used to be driving a vehicle two-shot strategy, but I realised that doesn't work, so yeah, one stop afraid, so I'm not sure what his thought process was, but it's not what's happened so far.
yeah, well, I'm just watching Sophie. To be fair to Sophie, she's still sticking on the back of Cliffy here. Cliffy can't get away, and Boomer's extending his lead at the front by a couple tenths a lap. So it's good pace from him.
Especially those hard compound tyres.
You can keep the gap to leader up. So currently we've got AMS 20 seconds behind Boomer, and I'll be monitoring that gap to see. But interestingly, Ash is only 2 seconds behind AMS now. That gap was 4.3, and they got that to 3.7, and now it's 2 seconds. 1. What is it? Hold up. 1.9 roughly, or 2.1. Sorry. So it's really coming down. Could Ash win this race? Could Boomer win this race? You just don't know. There's so many different factors to it. Ash and AMS will get, and Jamie will get the undercut, but then Cliffy, Boomer, and that is Sophie Pitts. They will all get the faster tyres at the end. That's a really early pit stop for Sophie.
It is, yeah. If she goes off the medium, well, she can't really do well to medium. She's going to take those. Well, I suppose fuel consumption might help her, so if she gets to the end, but I don't think they'll be great at the end of the race. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
Well, I commentated on Sophie in F4 with man. She did take her mediums 17 or 18 laps.
Wow.
Yeah, so really she can go onto the mediums and make it comfortably to the end, judging on that. But it is realistic cars now. It's not equal, so they're going to be different factors that stop her possibly from taking those tyres safely to the end of the race.
But Alamonda mentions in the chat that means we'll go to the end. I think they will go to the end, obviously, but I just wonder what condition they'll be in. That's the point I was trying to make. But Lordy's still stuck behind him, must be getting sick of the side of that Alfa and gearbox. They're still in a good position in P4, so interesting to see where these guys are going to come out once they make their pit stops. Uber's even finding himself back up to 7th place now after his pit stop, and catching up to the back of the road.
Yeah, well, I'm just watching that gap, and Ash and AMS is still at 20. Oh no, that is shocking from Codemasters.
Yeah, I didn't see. Was it stop go penalty or?
No, just exceeding. So must we get that removed?
Yeah. So not going to well.
To be fair, Ash is still, AMS is not cutting into that lead still, so really this is falling into the hands of Boomer and Cliffy. This could be really close when they come into the pits. They pit around lap 17, lap 16. We could actually see quite a close battle on our hands here for the lead of the race.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see. Who do you think will win this race now?
I'd say my favourite to win the race at the minute has to be Ash Best. He's just absolutely, well, he's taken apart AMS at the minute. AMS, he thought he was going to do himself a mountain weight himself in Renault. It's not a fact five really, but Ash is just, well, by a lap 18 is going to be all at the back of him, so Yeah, I don't know what. I think Renault's a good car, so I'm not sure why AMS is not really pulling away. So just maybe setup might be not right, or something. I don't know, or could Ash just too quick? Who knows? But yeah, Ash gaining all the time.
Yeah, well, really, man, I've got to say Boomer's going to win this. I really have that feeling Boomer's... As Tom hits, Tom's coming in for an undercut. Boomer's going to win this, I think. What a close ending we're going to have to this race. This is going to be... A race that's going to be keeping quite hot on our heels, to be honest. Don't know who's going to win. Really, that gap's extended by 2/10 from the leaders. I've just watched Dino absolutely... Where he goes, track's not needed. And AMS is through. Up into P7, and unfortunately for Ash has lost out to his main rival at the moment.
Yeah, so the race winner is anybody to guess. Could be 2 or 3 people winning this at the minute. We shouldn't really diss out Ron Haig. He's on a very aggressive strategy. I'm not sure it's going to work out for him, but he's been P4 in a minute. Very interesting to see what he can do. He might get podium, but he's going to make some good overtakes to do it, I think.
Yeah, well, interestingly, Sophie's just got past Jamie. I didn't actually catch that. I'm going to change her gap now from leader to interval so I can see a few more battles, and Ash is 1.6 behind AMS, and that was 4.3 around lap 9, so really Ash, he's on a charge, and he could get past Dino here if he has enough grip and a good run off this corner. To possibly lunge one down the inside of the Haas is crucial for his race. He has to get past a Haas at the moment, as I'm saying Haas quite often, because he has to get past. See what can he do. Oh, not close enough. See.
Boomer pits.
Dino pits as well. Stephen left the session.
Oh, Boomer, yeah. So where's Boomer going to come out of all this? Where's Ash Best? Ash Best coming through start finish line now. So Ash Best and AMS. Boomer comes out.
Tom AJ's undercut.
Oh my god.
What? No way. No way could Tom AJ get his way to another victory again.
Tom's starting the hards.
Yeah, Tom started on hards.
Okay, yeah, but yeah, there's a Boomer is dropped down to P11, so I don't know. He's going to has 1, 2, 3, 5 drivers who wants to win this race. There's everyone from 6 drivers, everyone from EVZ down as pitted.
That's interesting, really. Tom AJ with a masterclass there, undercutting quite rapidly. What is the gap between him and AMS? I'm just trying to do the maths here. 1.2, 1.8, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5.2 seconds roughly to AMS. Can he make that gap up, do you think? Oh wait, can Boomer make that gap up?
Oh, Boomer's got past Tom.
Yeah, Boomer, the prancing horse, goes right past him.
Well,
could Lordy extend his tyres to softs, do you think?
I'm not sure. Cliffy Pet's in P6. Where did he come out to? He was come out had a throw. Does say but behind this battle between Tom, Boomer and Jamie.
A little bit of contact. To the inside goes Boomer. Jamie holding it, and Boomer gets past, and the grippy at medium compound tyres. So now I have to turn my attention to F1 Sophie's really only 1.7 off the theoretical lead of this race, unless someone like Oogie can go to the end on those hards, which seems like quite a big ask if you ask me.
Yeah, I'm just watching this 4-car battle now, but Boomer seems to be putting away. So Boomer on the charge. He's 2.4 behind Sophie now. So, oh, Cliffy going for a move on Tom. That's very aggressive from Cliffy there. Tom managing to keep the position.
Just watching Sophie on the much grippier tyres. Going to have a much better run surely on Ash Best in the racing point. Both Mercedes engines, sorry. And look at the way she's closing in on Ash. To the outside she goes. And that's an easy move for her. Ash has got no chance of getting past her. Unless he hits the back of her, which is close. Tom AJ gets past Jamie. As Cliffy slides down the inside as well. Very good driving from Cliffy.
Yeah, Jamie losing out 2 positions, but Jamie coming around on the inside though. So Jamie fending off Cliffy. But Cliffy's going to go around the outside again. Should have DRS.
Should be easy for Cliffy. It's through.
Yeah.
Turn my attention to F1 Sophie. I'm so used to remembering how it was Robot Sophie.
Well, Ash and Sophie are both winning second out of AMS. So AMS, I'm going to count out this race. He's not going to win this race, I don't think, unless a miracle happens. He's actually losing time to Evie, to be honest. So, yeah, F1 Sophie should have him down the main straight. This is the brain gets the fastest lap, but not in the top 10, so they won't count.
Yeah, when AMS said he was bad, I didn't think he was this bad. He's lost so much time to these, to Sophie and Ash and Boomer. In fact, they're all on one, got to be creating one big DRS train in a minute. AMS runs slightly wide, to be fair, and this is going to allow an opportunity for Sophie with that Mercedes engine to fly past the Renault. Here.
Sorry, I just interrupted. Sophie, Ash, Best, Boomer, all in DRS range with each other.
Yeah, Sophie into the effective lead of the race. And Cliffy passes Tom AJ.
Yeah, so Cliffy having a good race. Might struggle to win, I think, from here, but he will have a good result nonetheless, considering where he started from. And Boomer puts up the fastest lap of the race.
He goes around the outside of Ash. Wow, Boomer mugging him off. Go on, Boomer. To the outside. 3, turn 1, 2. And what Ash done a few laps ago to Boomer, Boomer's done it to Ash.
Yeah,
and as Nico,
there.
as Nico Hulkenberg said, see you later. And Boomer really could go for this. Sophie from out of nowhere into the effective race lead. Ooh. Needs to watch Lordy and Warren Hay, to be fair.
Yeah, Lordy taking these hard tyres up to lap 19, so he might be going to try and go on the softs at the end of the race. Which would be, I'm not sure what he's going to achieve. He's going to find himself quite low down the field, but yeah, nonetheless.
Boom past AMS.
Oh yeah, so he has. And Ash Bash should get AMS as well.
What's going on with him? He's having a mare of a race now with AMS. AMS an aggressive defender. Ash, don't go for the inside. There's no way you can go down the inside. He goes to the outside, late brakes. AMS are surely pushing wide. This is not Ash's corner he's going to be saying.
No, you had another opportunity down the start finish straight, but I think Ash part lost a bit of ground there.
Lordy stays out yet another lap.
Yeah, Clippy's didn't DRS right now, they just lost DRS there, but Clippy should be catching up to the back of this battle now.
He's very fast lap.
Yeah, not in the top 10 in a minute though.
Could catch Jamie, to be fair, on those fresh mediums, so it could become valid that final lap. And as Venom says in the chat, Hake must be trying to go for a Megalon stint on those mediums, win or puncture basically. What do you think? Is Cliffy? Ooh, Cliffy, don't stick your nose wet. Don't be naive, Cliffy. He's eager to get past this Williams. He's got an opportunity here to go down the inside. He's in the DRS of AMS anyway.
not sure if it's going to hang around the outside, but we'll have DRS, I think.
Wow, this will be great. Round the outside through the fast right-hander.
He will do
Wow,
it.
that's
He's
brilliant.
wrong.
That is brilliant. Tom AJ, not close enough. And Cliffy's going to have to pull to the inside because Ash will go for the inside. But Cliffy, no, very wise, experienced head on one of the oldest people. Oh, actually, no, that's a bit of a lie. Or one of the most experienced people for league racing success-wise on the grid at the moment. Getting past Ash.
Pits.
What tire is that for? It is for softs. Oh, he's got that 5-second penalty, hasn't he?
Yeah. F1's soaping now within a second of Ugu Zine. He's having a brilliant race. Not sure where Ugu Zine is going to be after his 22nd penalty, but a great result nonetheless.
Quick question, can Haig afford to save some of his tyres now and pull off a masterclass?
We've got 6 laps to go. That'll be 22 laps on medium tyres.
Look how screwed that front. Look how screwed that front left looks.
Big ass. I thought if he was going to pit, he would have pitted now. I think he's going to get. I think he's going to have a puncture.
See a big tyre blowout for him.
Yeah. But he could be dark horse in this race. You never know. But how far? He's 9 seconds in the lead. So
Can afford to save a little.
Leading 9 for 6 laps, I suppose. Possible? I'm not sure. But F1's open now in DRS range of Ugu
Boomer.
Too far back though.
Boomer needs to be patient.
Boomer's got right on the back of this now. How far Cliffy's back? Cliffy's a bit far back, but Boomer's got right to the back of
Oh, Ash hits AMS! Is that front wing damage for Ash Best?
I didn't see that, unfortunately. He didn't catch that, but he's still carrying on.
Yeah, Cliffy 3.4 to the lead, effective. Surely Warren Hay can't take these tyres to the end. No way he can.
Well, I think if he does, and if he wins a race from here, he has to give him the driver of the day, surely. Because this would just be a massive stroke. No one ever saw it coming. It's like that 9-second lead. He's not really. He's just staying around about that same sort of time. Ugi has done 15 laps and a half there, so there's not much in terms of how many laps he's done, but
AMS and Ash.
Yeah, Ash on the inside, AMS trying to run the high outside. Oh, cuts him off a little bit.
Watch Tom AJ.
Ash with the tap.
Tom AJ still stands some sort of chance here, possibly getting past them both. This Boomer is going to get past Sophie, it seems like. Sophie's going to have to DRS. And the slipstream of Ugi, but she's got no ERS compared to Boomer. Can Boomer slot it around the outside? This could be messy. Haig has to pit. Haig's pitted.
That's a shame. I don't know why he would leave it so late to pit though, but there you go. He's getting, I don't know what he didn't come out to, but
Boomer on the inside. He's in the race lead. Got yellows in sector 3. What's happened? It's Dre.
Oh, where's he gone up to?
Oh, he's done a Giovinazzi.
On the final corner. Wow, Hay came out in P8, 7 seconds behind Tom, so I think that's going to leave a finishes to be honest, but it's all about the lead of the race. Sophie, Ugi, and Boomer all in close company with each other. Cliffy only 1.4 seconds off this battle now.
I think Boomer's going to have this wrapped up for me, to be honest.
Yeah, it's been a great race. You never know who's going to win at any point. Really. It's been a very entertaining race, and very different from last week. Not as embarrassing as it was last week. So some good performances from some great people here. I'd have to say though, driver of the day would for me would have to go to Cliffy now. As soon as he started.
With Jamie with no front wing, I think was that collision with Dre, possibly.
Yeah, could well be.
And that's Jamie's race over. It looked so promising at one stage for him. Look at him at debris at the final corner. Cliffy's still there for.
He's still staying with dash range of Boomer, so that's helping a little bit to stay flat so far. I'm clipping now half a second behind this battle now.
Yeah, who's got the fastest lap? Let's have a quick.
It was Dre, I think.
Yeah, Dre's got it.
Last. Cliffy can still win this race. I mean, it's 3 laps to go, so you don't know, but Cliffy can still win this race. There's a yellow flag at 3.
Shouldn't be Jamie, I'd say. Yeah, it's Jamie going off at the final corner. Oh, into the pit, sorry. And he gets a penalty. To sum up what has been a miserable Tuesday evening for him.
Yeah, he didn't do that on Saturday, so I'm not sure why people have so much difficulty from one day to the next. But anyway, it's going to be a drag race down the main straight between Uzi, Sophie and Cliffy. As Warren got past Ash Best there, so he's been way back up to 6.
Here comes Sophie. To the inside. Cliffy's gonna have to slot it down it. Oh, it's gonna be close. Cliffy down the inside. He's got 1. Can he get 2? This would be great if he can. Go on, Cliffy, to the outside. He's past Oogie. Now to Sophie. This could be race-defying it for him. Cliffy to the inside. It's close. He's got it done, has he? Yes, he has. Cliffy 7765 from 18th on the grid up to P2. What a drive this has been from him. And can he go after Boomer?
Very aggressive driving from the Toro Rosso driver.
Tom AJ. Is it Tom AJ? Yeah, Tom AJ's going slow through turn 1. He's had a collision with Lordy, I think. It's unfortunate for him.
How did Cliffy not get his thing chopped off with going for that move? But a great driving from Ugi and Sophie and compared to losing really did. But now Ugi's got 3 laps to catch up. 2.6 seconds is going to be a race to the finish now. But Boomer pulling away ever so slightly, I think, as well.
Currently, with Ugi's penalty, he's getting P10. With that 20-second time penalty. Yeah, definitely. Perhaps the question is, does Boomer have a time penalty up in the lead? I don't know, I don't want to check. Hopefully you don't check either.
No, I'm not going to. I can't remember seeing...
Oh, Mr. The Golden Oldie, he's got a puncture, flying throne. 21 laps.
Well, that's strange, really. I thought they'd go more than that, but maybe it's just sad. Maybe it's sad, who knows? But yeah, he's gone.
It's very interesting how Warren Haig took his mediums 18 laps and Frome got a puncture 21 lap voltards.
Yeah. I think Haig is about to find himself up to P5 very shortly. And Ash Best had a great first stint in the race, but these hard tyres have not worked well for him in the Midlands. Dropped off the back of AMS now, so yeah, it looks like it's going to be. Although Lord is catching him though on the soft, so yeah, it could be a battle for the end.
Hated the
not really. I was just saying, Cliffy's not really to that lead, so I think he himself P2. Great result nonetheless, but Hay now at the back of AMS. AMS on the hard tyres, Hay on the softs.
Wow.
Hay goes around the outside.
It's not an overtake, it's not. Wow, that's amazing. That is amazing. It's crucial for Cliffy. He has to get this gap, keep this gap within 3 seconds if there is any time penalties that we haven't seen. It's going to go down to the wire, I think, if there is any penalties. He's lost time. Boomer's got the gap up to... I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah, it could be on one lap fresher tyres, but I don't think it's going to make any difference. That Ferrari just got too much power. I think he's going to stop pulling away now, and Cliffy, he's losing time now. He's gaining a bit here and there, but it's on the last lap now. If Boomer has got a penalty, then this could be a crucial lap for Cliffy. He's lost another 10th there somewhere as well.
It's got to be Cliffy's best lap he's ever driven in F1.
If Benham puts out a 7th place for Ash Best, and is a good result. So yeah, it's got a bit of credit where credit is due. We thought he was going to win the race at one point, but yeah, it's very.
I think Puma's going to win this.
Yeah, he's just extending his lap now. Extending his lead now because the yellow flag. Jamie retired finally.
Throne retired about 2 laps ago, and JTS's car still hasn't overtaken him. Oh my god. Well, I have to go on board with the race leader at the moment, Boomer. What a drive this has been. From P8 on the grid to P1. Coming into this race on the formation lap, he surely would have thought no way in living hell I have a chance of winning this race. But into the penultimate corner for what I think is going to be his first ever race win in PSGL FP. Boomer out of the final corner in the Scuderia Ferrari, going to take victory here in round 2 in China. Cliffy to come in and was an amazing P2. F1 Sophie gets a great podium. Ugi Azim finishes P4 on track, but where will it be after his big penalty? He will be P10, so good effort from him. Haig moves up to P4 because that AMS P5, Ash going to be P6, Lordy P7, Tom AJ P8. Ugi was sitting sorting here for P9 and Dino for P10.
Yeah, Joe Ben sadly just out on the points there, finishing P11.
Great drive from Juho.
Yeah, got him. Luigi got on the penalty actually, but I'm not going to hang around for the interview, so I will simplify now. So
yeah, alright. Well, thank you for joining me, JP. As he does go, there are the positions gained. I will send in the top 3 a party if I want CC Bray across the line. He don't care about track limits. Look at him. I will invite the top 3: Boomer, Cliffy, and well, there are your top 3, and the champagne is sprayed here in China for what an amazing race, for quite a great race. Venom says Cliffy driver of the day for his opinion. I have to agree with that. From 18th to 2nd on the grid's got to be my driver of the day. But Boomer is your race winner with Cliffy in 2nd, and F1 Sophie taking the last slot on the podium. So you've got Cliffy in the party. Will Boomer or Sophie join? Have to wait and see. We'll give it about another 30 seconds. If they don't join, then I will start. So I'll just run you down the results again. So first is Boomer, 2nd Cliffy, 3rd is F1 Sophie, 4th on track is Uki Azim, but he will drop down to P9. 5th Warren Haig, 6th AMS, 7th Ash Best, 8th Lordy, 9th Tom AJ, and then rounding up the top 10 is Dino, 11th was Eugene, 12th Chuho, 13th Sutty, and last one I saw was CC Braid in P14. So I do believe we've got Boomer and Cliffy in the party. I don't think Sophie will be joining, so I ask this every time. Can you just both make sure your voices are allowed to be shared?
Yes, it is.
Cliffy?
Son.
Alright, so I'll start with second place and then I'll move to the race winner. So Cliffy, starting P18, was that really what you wanted to do, that race?
No, because on my actual flying lap, I lost a rear coming out of turn 2, and I had a bit of oversteer. I corrected it and corrected it too much, and yeah, just completely lost it. So yeah, that wasn't the plan to start at the back.
Yeah, well, of course, starting at the back almost worked out for you. Do you reckon if you started at the front, do you reckon it would have been your win, or do you reckon Boomer would have had the win in the bag?
So again, you can't really say, because obviously if I would have started in the mid pack, then obviously something could have happened. I could have got caught up in other incidents in the race. So I can't be sitting there and say I would have definitely had the win, but Boomer was just quicker than me, and I tried to catch him. I got past Sophie, and yeah, every sector was getting a couple of tenths out of me. So I just thought, there's no point trying to push the car. So I just sort of put it in lean and none, and just sort of run the car home.
All right. Last question. What was you hoping for out of this race today?
Well, I'm not gonna podium, and I got one. Obviously, last week a lot of people got caught up in that absolute cluster, thanks to Ugi Azim. But yeah, I wanted to come here tonight, get a podium, and fully get my season underway. And I definitely feel like I've done that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the rest of the season, because obviously China being one of my weaker tracks, to get a podium from the back, it's definitely promising signs for the season ahead.
Yeah, definitely. Well done on your P2, and hopefully see you here more often. So we'll move on to the race winner. Boomer, correct me if I'm wrong, I do believe this is your first win in the FP League. Give us a rundown of your emotions after that win.
Well, it's only my second race ever in FP, so I'm quite ecstatic now. Yeah, I think it went very well. I knew I had to start on or the mediums or the hards to really have an opportunity to win the race. Yeah, there was a lot. Yeah, there was a lot of battles going on in the first few laps, and I was kind of half stuck behind Ash for like 10 laps, where I passed him on the straight and he repassed me on the other straight. But when he went to the pits, I could drive my own tempo a little bit. Did even personal best at the end of my hard stint, and after that I pitted for the mediums, and I had a 5-second penalty in the pits. So I don't know where it came from, but I was a little bit more to the back than I had expected. But the battling went great, the pace was good, and I think I had a good setup, and it eventually worked out. So.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I didn't really think of many questions. Next week, I do believe, is Spain. What's that like for you?
Well, I won the F7 race last year in Spain, and I think that was my first or second win. So I think that the track suits me well. But I don't think I will be in a Ferrari next week. So yeah. I'm very interested to see how it is going to unfold.
Okay, so last question. Of course, getting the 16 points. Did you score in Australia last week, or? And then I'll ask why.
Yeah, I was second. Yeah, I was second.
Oh, so you're on 28 points, I believe it is. Do you think?
I think I lead the championship.
Yeah. Do you think you could lead it through the whole way through the season, or do you reckon the consistency is just not there to maybe come out on top?
I think the Ferrari suits me very good as a car, because all the time trial I'm doing is in the Ferrari. I never do time trial in the Mercedes, so I think that the car fits me very well, and I don't think I will be driving in it the whole season. So, but I think depending on racecraft and going through it, I think I have an opportunity to still battle for the points or podiums. So.
Definitely. Well, after such a strong start to the season, you're definitely in with a chance. But congratulations on quite an amazing race victory. Definitely didn't see it coming. and I don't think many people in the stream saw it coming. So, congratulations.
No.
So,
Edward,
yes, how can I help?
can I say one thing before you sign off the stream? I was in a party with Alfie, and I just want to say that he would have done better than being a Toro Rosso. So yeah, just thought I'd drop that in.
Alright, so that has been round 2 of the PSGL FP race. I've been Lickle, you, oh god, thank you for watching everyone, and good night.